Liverpool, 1950s. Amidst the post-war bustle, a musical revolution brewed. Young John Lennon, armed with his guitar, sought solace in music. His passion would change music history. John's raw energy drew kindred spirits like Paul McCartney and George Harrison. They found common ground in their love for American music. Liverpool's Cavern Club became their musical cradle. The Cavern was their playground, where they honed their skills. These early gigs were far from glamorous, but fueled by youthful energy. The Cavern was their crucible, forging their unique sound. 1. The Quarrymen were born. John, Paul, and George formed the nucleus. Their music fused skiffle's rhythms and rock and roll's spirit. Early gigs added layers to their growing experience. A pivotal moment arrived in July 1957 at St. Peter's Church Hall. Paul met John and joined the band, forming a legendary partnership. Paul's arrival brought musical versatility and stage presence. The Quarrymen evolved, their synergy becoming evident. 1960. The Beatles embarked on their first residency in Hamburg, Germany. Hamburg was a crash course in resilience and showmanship. Night after night, they played at the Indra Club and Kaiserkeller. The relentless schedule pushed them to their limits. They learned to interact with their audience, their performances becoming tighter. Hamburg was a cultural immersion, expanding their musical vocabulary. They experimented with different sounds, creating a unique, vibrant sound. Living together, their friendship solidified into a familial connection. They returned to Liverpool tougher, more confident, and musically mature. Stuart Sutcliffe, John's close friend, joined as bassist in early 1960. Stuart brought a visual flair to the group. He was instrumental in renaming them the Beatles. His artistic sensibilities influenced their stage presence. Stuart designed their iconic Drop T Beatles logo. He encouraged their experimentation with fashion. His relationship with Astrid Kirkare influenced their visual identity. Stuart left the band in 1961 to pursue art, leaving an enduring legacy. August 1960. The Beatles needed a drummer. Enter Pete Best, whose arrival marked a turning point. Pete's drumming added a new dimension to their sound. His arrival coincided with their second Hamburg residency. Pete's stage presence and drumming style brought new complexity. The Beatles became a force in the Hamburg club scene. Despite his contributions, internal conflicts led to Pete's dismissal in 1962. Ringo Starr's arrival marked the final piece in the Beatles' iconic lineup. Returning to Liverpool in late 1960, the Beatles were a different band. They had honed their musical skills and developed a tight stage presence. Liverpool embraced them, their reputation preceding them. They secured a residency at the Cavern Club. The Cavern became a magnet for young music lovers. Their performances were legendary, filled with raw energy and original songs. The Cavern was their musical laboratory. John and Paul's songwriting blossomed, creating memorable tunes. Their residency cemented their status as Liverpool's most exciting musical export. The Cavern Club became a sanctuary for the band and a breeding ground for their fan base. The cramped cellar provided the perfect backdrop for their performances. Every night, the Cavern pulsed with energy and excitement. Their performances were legendary, characterized by tight musicianship and playful banter. The Cavern walls reverberated with their music and the growing hysteria of Beatlemania. Brian Epstein, a local record store owner, noticed the buzz. Epstein visited the Cavern in November 1961 and was captivated. He offered to become their manager, promising to propel them to stardom. The Cavern launched them on a trajectory that would change music history. January 1st, 1962. The Beatles auditioned for Decca Records. They performed 15 songs, showcasing their versatility. Weeks later, they received the devastating news: Decca had rejected them. Despite the setback, the Beatles refused to be disheartened. They continued to hone their craft, their belief in their music unwavering. The Decca rejection fueled their determination. It opened the door for George Martin at Parlophone Records. Martin saw the spark of genius that Decca had missed. Brian Epstein, a young entrepreneur, recognized their potential. He envisioned them as future stars. Epstein proposed to become their manager, shaping their image and career. The Beatles agreed, believing in his vision. Epstein worked tirelessly, securing gigs and promoting them. He refined their image, adopting a sophisticated look. Epstein's influence was transformative, laying the groundwork for their stardom. As 1960 drew to a close, the Beatles stood on the brink of a revolution. Their relentless performances and evolving sound positioned them as frontrunners. Their songwriting partnership yielded memorable tunes. Their stage presence captivated audiences. Brian Epstein would soon become their manager, guiding their career. The Beatles' journey from Liverpool to global stardom was a testament to their talent. They were poised to change the world, one song at a time. Beatlemania would soon sweep the globe, changing popular music forever.